Good morning, everyone. Oron K here, burning the midnight oil with another War of the Visions video. Don't panic, but the Final Fantasy VII collab is out, and this means two things. It's time to get hyped, and the countdown is officially on for the end of Oron K. That's right. After Final Fantasy VII is over, we are deleting this account, and Oron K will have to live on only in our hearts and minds. But for now, we're gonna go through the banners and shops. I'll tell you guys what you should be focusing on because we are on the Oron K account, and I know there's a lot of people that have started the game really recently or starting the game for Final Fantasy VII. We're gonna slant this for new players, but I will drop in tips and tricks for advanced players and the regular free-to-play players as well. I will be doing my polls for Cloud for this account at the end of this video, but the summon extravaganza on my main account that has 120,000 Visual and like 300 summon tickets, that's going to be later tonight. If you guys liked the video, cross-slash that like and subscribe buttons below. Let's take the high wind into the crater, y'all. All right, so the first thing, and this one's for everybody, you should know this by now, but Chocobo Expeditions, there's going to be a limited area that's going to have Final Fantasy VII units. Make sure you come in here, do Midgar, Sector 6, Undercity. The other thing you're gonna wanna do is look at the unit bonus. All the Final Fantasy VII units, all these units, Tifa's free. Grab her out of your present box, which we'll do in a second. You're going to drop her right here in this first slot to make sure you're getting that unit bonus from Tifa. Let's head over to the summons. This is going to be the meat and potatoes of this entire video. First and foremost, I do want to point you towards a video that Dr. Diggs released. He talks about a lot of math and how you should actually summon through these banners to give yourself the best chances and pulling these units and whether you should pull on this banner or the 9-step up and all this stuff. If you have paid Visual, all that link to that video will be in the description below. What we're specifically going to focus on is for the new players that have started the game recently. If you started on the same week that I did, like this Charlotte week, and you're going for Cloud, right? You're trying to get that Charlotte and Cloud, or maybe you got Summer Kilfay or something. If you're going for Cloud, okay, if you are going for Cloud, I think that you start on the 9-step up as a newer player. And the reason I say this is because you're probably not, as a newer player, going to have enough Visual to build this vision card anyway. And that vision card, while it's good for Tifa, it's certainly not necessary, but your primary focus is going to be on getting Cloud. Here, I'll go ahead and stop this rotating here, and we'll pull up the 9-step up banner. So a few things that are going to be super valuable for new players that come from this 9-step up. And this is why personally I would start on the 9-step up, even though your chances of getting Cloud are a little bit lower per Visual. You start with this Rainbow Broadstone, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these moldy corns, Blossoms of Paradise, that help you EX units. These are super valuable. These are probably the most valuable thing you get out of these 9-step ups, and you have that raid up on Cloud. You're not looking for that vision card. Remember, we're just trying to get Cloud and Charlotte, so that's where I would start as a brand new player. Now, if you are not interested in Cloud at all, right? You don't care about Cloud, you're just trying to build Tifa. Tifa's a free unit, which means you can spend Visual and you can build her up to like 115 or 120, even as a new player. And then you come directly here to the step up banner for the vision card. And here, I'll go ahead and stop this rotating too. For newer players that don't know, vision cards, they have these step up banners for 10,000. They will guarantee you the vision card. Okay, because Tifa, as a newer player, if you're not interested in Cloud, you pulled other units and you're trying to do the best thing moving forward. Like if you could start yesterday, and I think this might be your best bet, is to pull on this banner and get this vision card and then build up Tifa. Tifa with this vision card is enough to make your account pretty strong, even if you started like today and you're starting with the Final Fantasy VII event. Anyway, most people though, okay, so the rest of us, experienced players, if you're going for Cloud and Tifa and the vision card, like you're trying to get everything, which is what I will be doing on my main account, you're going to start on here. You probably will do this 9-step up until I believe step 6. Yes, you want to go here, get this Blossom of Paradise, and get the 2 free summons. Okay, you don't have to go through here, although as free-to-play players, technically I really like the value of these Blossoms of Paradise. I talked about this when I covered my alternate account and how many Blossoms of Paradise I had since I pulled on step-ups basically all summer. I think these are super valuable. I think for free-to-play players, you just go through the full step up and then you go over to the Cloud and Vision card banner. Then you go to this last, only if you don't pull the vision card, which your odds hopefully are, you don't have to go to this banner like too much, but your odds are actually pretty good of getting this vision card if you have to summon a bunch on this pity. At any rate, you could have super bad luck and have to use that pity on Cloud, and then also have to use your 10,000 here. Your maximum you're going to spend on this 9 step up here is going to be, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 summons. That's 14,000 here. Then you're going to go 2 pities here. It's 36,000 because of the free summons, and then another 10,000 for the vision card. That would be the absolute worst case scenario. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you, but it could happen. Anyway, things moving down here. This is a Gargus bait pack, free to play, new players, any player, don't bother. Yes, a 99 wind MR unit. Big deal. Thanks, Gumi. None of this other stuff we're going to be looking at, except for, as we always talk about, these guild banners. Even if you aren't pulling for these units, you're going to get enough gil in your present box. I haven't grabbed my presents yet, but even if you aren't pulling these units, if you ever think you might want to build Cloud or Tifa, for example, in the future, Tifa, actually everybody should be pulling on this. But if you think you might ever get this vision card or Cloud in the future, just pull on these. Even if you're not pulling for Cloud now, you might build Cloud when the event comes back around. Anyway, let me know in the comments section below if you guys have questions about what you should go on first here, depending on your situation. Again, brand new players, if you are following the Oron K model and you started your account in that Charlotte week, you're trying to build that Charlotte Cloud duo, then you're going to start on this 9 step up because you get those Blossoms of Paradise. Then you're going to move over to this banner right here, and hopefully you get Cloud earlier than the pity. That's your method you're going to take. For almost every other free-to-play player, I think you take the same method. I think you go 9 step up to here just because of those Blossoms of Paradise. If you have a ton of Blossoms of Paradise, do 6 steps right here on the 9 step up, and then you go over to this one right here. I don't really see a reason or a world in which we're ever going to pull on this Tifa banner. That's just me personally. You can pick up Tifa shards as quickly or whenever you want in the shops, so I don't really ever see a reason to pull on this. Last thing I will mention, all of 4 of these banners, they do give you those medals towards the pity. So you can see you get these bonus A-type medals towards that pity, so you don't have to worry about accidentally summoning on something that won't give you pity medals. Let's head over to the shop and take a look at what's new. All right, in the shop here we have collaboration shop. This is pretty standard. There's a lot of stuff in here. Standard, I'm saying, of what they've done for a lot of these limited time units and events. Just for newer players who are not familiar with these shops, this is a great way to pick up extra shards super quick for these units that you get. Yes, you are going to want to buy these. I'll answer this question again, which I've answered before in Oron K videos, but that is you definitely shouldn't be shy at buying shards in the shops for Visual. I know a lot of these collection games or gacha games like this premium currency, it's like, holy cow, you know, what should I be spending it on? In War of the Visions, shards in these shops are like the single best way to spend this Visual because you get to target units that you like. It's a lot more efficient over the long run to actually just buy the shards for the units that you have rather than trying to pull on those gacha banners. So anyway, this Final Fantasy VII collaboration shop, pretty standard. Once you pull Cloud, not if you pull Cloud, once you pull Cloud, you can come in here, you can grab all of these shards. You're going to see this is going to be an extra 10,000 Visual just for those shards there. 7 Visual shop, this is going to be all paid Visual. If you have any paid Visual, you're definitely going to buy everything in here. I always suggest that people spend like $1 on the game, come in here and buy these things, because $1 is not equivalent to the actual value of what they're putting in here. For example, this collaboration pack, I mean, you get 30 large energy restores. That's awesome. Rainbow training pack, you're getting 10 rainbow spheres. So like this alone is worth way more than $1. Even if you're free to play, you can still maintain your free to play, you know, whatever, your title, your ego as free to play. Even if you spend $1 in the game, nobody's gonna bust your balls about it. Okay, pick up your large energy restore every single day. I don't think there's anything else in here we should be looking at. Even this paid Visual for, I hate paid Visual for these items. I wonder why they don't just let you get them. I will say something for newer players. The Sage's Hat is the top dodge item, I guess, in the game, piece of armor in the game currently. However, you can use your unlock keys. You actually get keys that unlock the event for this, that can unlock it for like a day or 2 days or something. You do not have to buy this. You can actually get a Sage's Hat anytime. This one you can't get, but this item I'm not as crazy about. Sage's Hat is super good, especially for evasion units. It's like the go-to piece of armor, but you do not have to buy this in this shop. You actually can unlock the challenge for this whenever you want. Farm it super hard and craft like 2 or 3 of these, depending on how hard you farm it. And then you have the continuation of these summer shops. Heading over to the mod shop, this is going to be that standard right here in the summon medals. This is your pity, so this is what we talked about. When you do 20 summons, you're going to get enough medals to get Cloud. Not for free, but this is the pity system. Basically, if you don't get Cloud, you can use your 20 summons. The medals you get from that, pick them up here. If you do get them, you can still use your medals to pick up extra Cloud shards. So hopefully this is what we're doing, and this is not what we're doing. That would be bad luck. The last thing I want to talk about before we get to summons is if you head over to the far plane, we're going to have events, the special Final Fantasy VII event quests. You also have this Affinity Resonance quest, which is super cool, by the way. This is like, I don't know what they say, like 5 times or 10 times resonance or something. Might even be higher than that. Might be really high. Anyway, if you need to build Esper resonance with your new units, like you get Cloud and Tifa, you want to build Esper resonance super quick, definitely use this for that. The Final Fantasy VII, you're going to farm Buster Sword and I believe Aerith's staff or rod or whatever from the second half of this event. I do want to take this time to kind of vent a little bit about the I was going to get more mad about this, but I actually calmed myself down about it. After playing Nier Reincarnation, it's actually kind of disappointing to me how War of the Visions has handled these collaboration events. Like, I would love to see, give me something from Final Fantasy VII, right? Even if it's just a still and you're giving me text about what happened in the game. But if I've never played Final Fantasy VII and I play War of the Visions and this comes up, this doesn't help me like know anything new about the game, these events, like these collaboration events. So it would be really cool if they like even had Mont like have dialogue with these other characters or something. You know, you don't even have to voice them over. I don't know. I don't even know if they're allowed to do that. If Square Enix would be like pissed off if they, you know, had Cloud and Tifa talking to Mont. I don't know. Give me something anyway. It's just usually pretty lazy by Gumi on these collaboration events and kind of disappointing. Like, hey, Final Fantasy 1, we're just gonna go fight some wolves in the grasslands, you know, for no reason. That's my rant on this anyway. All right, time to do the fun stuff. Let's head over to summons and let's go get Cloud. Here we are. Okay, so 15-year anniversary live stream. This is a free 10 times summon. Shoot. We'll see what we get. See if we get anything here. You guys can see, by the way, I will talk about this RNK account. We talked a little bit about how much Visual I was able to build up in just, a little bit over 2 weeks, like 2.5 weeks. Do a lot of the story missions, clear a lot of event quests. Like, I definitely could have a lot more Visual than this if I went through and completed all like the Elemental Alchrist chambers, the XP chambers, all those things, the burst pots. There's probably another 20,000 Visual still on the table. So for newer players, don't worry too much. You can see ends in 41 days. You have like a month and a half to collect Visual to pull for these units. All right, so we'll start with this summon. See what we get. Oh, I have skip animation. I'm really glad I did this first. We got nothing out of it. Do not want to skip. So newer players, like we said, we're going to start on this 9 step up. This has that rate up for Tifa, but we're not really interested in Tifa. We're interested in Cloud since we're doing that Cloud and Charlotte combination. Look at that. Mission 5, consume Visual. The last summons this account will ever see. We probably should click through them, huh? I don't want to skip the drama of Cloud. Let's see if we can get a rainbow here on this crystal. By the way, for those of you guys wondering about the headphones, I've had these a lot longer than Diggs. Diggs got his because of me. I've had these since the beginning. Diggs just copied me. Okay, nothing there. Moving on to the second step, we do get stars here. So another thing I will mention, these stars that you're getting from these summons, the second that you pull Cloud and grab Tifa, you want to go over to that star shop and grab their shards, which we're going to do once we get Cloud. So Brown Book, I hope I don't regret skipping a couple of these, but I don't want this video to go on forever. The reason we spend those stars right away is you can only spend those until you're at 600 shards for the character. So if you get to that 600 and you don't spend the stars, you're actually technically wasting Visual. Let's go, gold book. Nothing. Oh, I should turn on the sound for this. Sorry, guys. Like, it's super fun on a new account here. It's super fun to pull because you get all this new stuff. It's like, oh, Bloody Moon is new. Look at this, Helena. MR Helena is new for this account. All right, hang on. Magic of editing. I'm going to turn on sound for the game. 1 second. There we go. That's a lot better. By the way, Final Fantasy VII Remake, if you guys have not played the remake, like, you're just one of those people who thinks Final Fantasy VII is overrated, the remake is amazing. We got collect units. On an experienced account, that would mean probably Cloud, but on Oron K, we do not have Katia yet. Gosh, it's like a whole new world. I should try and guess. Like, I should try and guess what the quotes are. I haven't seen them in so long. Here we go. Here we go. Click through this. Did we get Cloud early? This would be huge. No, just Giza. We already have. That would have been cool. So anyway, we're working towards that pity again. These coins you can use on the pity. So for new players who are wondering what people are meaning when they say pity, that's what I looked in the Mog shop. That's all blue. We'll just skip it. Blossom of Paradise. Dario, brand new. So now we are on step 6. This one's free. We'll click through it. There's 2 golds. Could upgrade. What is this? What was that flag? I've been playing this game for a long time. I don't know what that is. Oh, this has got to be Fina. We got that one. Fina's coming home. It's kind of cool seeing the banners for all these older characters, right? Is that it? We got Tifa. And look, we get to see the walk-up because I didn't claim her out of my present box. Beautiful. I have no idea what Cloud's quote is or Tifa's quote, so there you go. So Tifa, bonus shards for Tifa. Cool, we got to see her walk-up though. So you do have a rate up for Tifa on this step up, by the way. I would have preferred the old step up though, where you got guaranteed shards for like Tifa. We got another collect units. Is it going to be a UR? We still have yet to get a gold book, by the way, guys. But we got collect units, which means it has to be this one up at the top, right? Unless one of these upgrades to an MR we don't have. I guess this could be an MR we don't have, of course. Like that. That's Horn. That's Adelard, Salir. Oh, the straw. I tried to think on my toes there. So step 7. 700 in. Here's step 8. So this will give us a bonus 2 Blossoms of Paradise. So again, guys, if you are a newer player, you've been following the Oron K model, do the step up just like we're doing here if you're going for that Cloud Charlotte combo. There's Vistral again. Want this one right here. That one to upgrade. Let's see it. Let's see it. No. We're running out of new units. All right, we're on step 9. So it's looking like we're not going to get Cloud on the step up. We're going to have to go over to the regular banner. Now, I will say, you could shift your strategy halfway through, right? If you summon through here, say you get the vision card like super early, right? You could pivot over to building Tifa and the vision card or something like that. If you get the vision card while you're pulling on Cloud's banner. So here it is, step 9, nothing. Yeah, right. Like I was gonna guess that one. Okay, so we're done with the step up. We got all of our Blossoms of Paradise. Those will be super useful for building up Cloud's EX job when we get it. Now we move on to this banner right here because we're only interested in Cloud. So here we go. I believe you get the pity now. You used to not actually increase the pity gauge if you pulled the UR. I believe you get it regardless now. Vision card. I was gonna say, if this upgrades, if I get the water tower right away, we're just gonna skip this. So we're going for Cloud, yeah. So yeah, pity gauge, summon again. The Oran K account is great, guys, because it's kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. I feel like there's no risk. Like, upgrade to gold. I feel like this is trending towards worst case scenario, where you go through the whole 9 step up, you go through the pities, and you have to go all the way to that pity. Pretty good chance. There it is. That's pretty early. There it is. Pretty early, I would say. What were we? 2 summons on this banner? So we are 2 summons in. We got Cloud, we got a bonus Tifa. We did the whole 9 step up, which was the 7 summons, so 18,000 Visual in, and we got Cloud. I think according to those charts, probably somewhere around the 60 to 70% chance with what I just did. So now I will show you what we need to do. The very first thing we need to do, we go to our Mog shop. We're going to go down to our Soul Stars right here. We want to claim Cloud and Tifa shards as much as we can right here, right off the bat. These are basically free, so they're not costing you Visual. Actually, we're not building Tifa on this account. However, if you are building Cloud, you can also grab these Tifa shards for super cheap. We'll grab these 20 just because even though we won't build Tifa on this account, someone who's building a long-term account, you're going to definitely build Tifa in the long run. Grab 20 more Cloud shards here. Grab 20 more Cloud shards here. We're going to see how close we can get right off the bat. Okay, I could grab 7 more. We'll leave it. 4 to 1 is not that great, but you might actually think about doing that. The next thing we're going to do, go over to the shop. And those shards that we saw earlier, we're going to buy all of these. Actually, these are last case. You want to save these till the end, but I'm going to go ahead and buy them now. It's less of an issue now that we have EX. It's easier to avoid that wasting of shards afterwards. So now we grab shards here as well. So we see we already have 260 shards for Cloud. And I don't think there's anything else in, yeah, we can't buy him anywhere else in here. We can, this is another tip for newer players. You can always update the shop once per day for free. So you can pick up these shards for these characters quicker. So you see that I can get shards for the vision cards. Sometimes Cloud or Tifa will show up here. Here's Tifa right here. So let's go to our Cloud. We'll check him out. So that's pretty cool. And you can see we already have 265 shards for Cloud. You need 600 to get him to that EX. I'm not going to build him up here. This video is running already a little bit long, but one thing we want to look at is once you do get Cloud, make sure you check out these challenge boards. There's a ton of extra Cloud shards on here as well. You want to make sure you fill this out. You also want to make sure that you do farm that Final Fantasy VII event. Farm up to 63 recipes, get yourself a +5 Buster Sword for Cloud, and you will be set. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining Oran K here in War of the Visions. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments section below, and we will catch you next time.